Hey everybody, it's Timothy here with Mana Rocks with Magic Arena. They recently released this to open beta, so you no longer need an access code to play, but they also wiped all of our stuff, so we're back to making new constructed decks and whatnot. Right now I'm just trying to build a collection of Ravnica cards mostly, and I've got enough gems to do some competitive drafts, so I figured I would record one of them. I will say that my recording software is not exactly the smoothest when it comes to Arena, so if it comes out choppy or otherwise just not great to watch, I'm sorry, but we're still going to record the draft and see what happens. If you don't know, on Magic Arena, the way competitive drafting works is it's best 2 out of 3. So there are some draft formats on Arena where you just do best of 1 matches, but they will be normal best of 3. So sideboarding will be involved. You pay 1,500 gems, which is your in-game currency, and you play up to 5 wins or 2 losses. So as soon as you hit your 2 losses, you're out, and as soon as you hit your 5 wins, you basically done with the league, right? Or the draft, whatever you want to call it. You do draft against bots, although they seem intelligent enough here, and you need to go at least 4 wins to make, or I'm sorry, 3 wins to make back your prize out, or what you entered with. So anything after 3 wins is just gravy. The packs don't matter too much to me. I'm trying to hit this 3 wins before I hit 2 losses. So let's go ahead and draft, eh? It's pretty quick and straightforward as far as the draft goes. Like, there's not a lot of wait time. You're drafting against bots, so you don't have to sit here and wait for everybody to draft their card. And wheeling, I don't know if the bots are designed to just take the best card out of each pack, or if they're designed to try and build decks, so I don't know how you can anticipate things wheeling. Our pack has a Carnal Troll, which I'm probably going to take here. This card is actually a little bit of a trap in Golgari, but it's really good in Dimir as a splash. You can play it in Golgari and it'll beat your opponent down sometimes, but it contradicts or counteracts your Undergrowth cards by eating the cards out of your graveyard, and it's not optional. Okay, so there was a connection issue of some sort there. Obviously, as soon as you pack one, pick one. Why wouldn't the draft go down? But thankfully, this isn't Magic Online, so you don't get punished. They just sit here and wait. We first picked Carnal Troll, and we're getting past a pretty mediocre pack. Like, Mausoleum Secrets is not great, but it's playable, I suppose. Not going to take it here. There's Rezone Lurcher, which goes in the same colors as Carnal Troll, but actually gets worse in a deck that has Carnal Troll in it. And then there's like Inescapable Blaze. Luminous Bonds, I think, might be the pick here because Selesnya and Golgari do overlap quite nicely. Sworn Companion's also good in Selesnya. I don't want to take Inescapable Blaze because it doesn't really... We're not going Rakdos or Gruul or anything like that. And Legion Guildmage is a little bit weak, so I think I'm going to take Luminous Bonds here. Just stay open for the most part. Ooh, Rock Charger's very nice. Rock Charger is definitely going to be the pick here. I like Thoughtbound Phantasm a lot if you're heavy Dimir. Playcrafter also seems kind of sweet and works with Carnal Troll, so maybe Playcrafter is the right pick, but Rock Charger is really nice. So I'll go and take that. I can abandon this Carnal Troll as soon as I see that like a good Boros deck is open or something like that, then I'm kind of outie on that, but if I could be Selesnya Splash in black, then that's fine too. Golgari Guildgate would help with that. Vernati Shieldmate's a little bit on the weaker side. These two cards lead us to want to be Boros, so Smeltward Minotaur seems interesting. Hammer Dropper also an option, but I do think I'm going to take a Golgari or Selesnya card here. I don't know that the 2/2 Vigilance is great. This thing seems alright. Might just pick up a Guildgate too, but if I end up not playing this, it's kind of a wasted Guildgate, so I don't know. What would the pick be? I think this thing is better than this thing. It's just easier to cast. Let's go and pick up a Pitiless Gorgon. Ooh, Necrotic Wound's a nice one. This type of removal spell that's actually not that great earlier in the game, since you won't have a lot of creatures, but gets better as the game goes on. Pretty bad with Carnal Troll, but I'm happy to take it here. Burglar Rats is a nice follow-up. If not for Burglar Rats, we might take Fresh-Faced Recruit or Wild Ceratok. Devourer of Light's pretty good. I think I might pick up a Golgari Guildgate. There's also Prey Upon, which is good with a good number of creatures that we've already picked up. Samala Woodshaper's okay in Selesnya, but not really great. Golgari Guildgate or Prey Upon. I do think I want an excess of removal, so I'm going to pick up Prey Upon here. Sprouted Renewal. This one either makes a 2/2 Vigilance creature or destroys an artifact or enchantment. There's also Dowser of Lights. Alright. This main deckable removal or naturalize effect. Hitchclaw Recluse. Would-Have Guardian's pretty weak, I think. Color the Culprit is more of a sideboardable removal spell. And Crawl Foragers is just like an okay card. Nothing exceptional about it. Good cards here, though. I've actually been a little bit up on Veiled Shade. Crushing Canopy is fantastic, and Sworn Companions can be really good if you end up with, what's it called? Convoke creatures. I think I'm going to take Sworn Companions here. We are pretty much solid in 3 colors, although I could shift to just being Golgari Splash in white, which means I want to pick up probably one of these 2 cards. I might just pick up Crushing Canopy here. It's less necessary that I have Sprout and Renewal, but this kills flyers, which is really good. Veiled Shade is pretty replaceable. Although I'll pick up Sworn Companions. Ooh, Generous Stray. I didn't even see that in the pack the first time. Easy pick. Spinal Centipede. I think I'm going to pick up a Guildgate at this point. Spinal Centipede is pretty replacement level. And I like to have good fix-in. Dowser of Lights has been good in this format. I do want a lot of little creatures, though. So I might pick up the Shieldmate, but I think there was another Shieldmate that I'm probably just going to wheel here. Sure, Ceratok over Dimir Guildgate. No, never mind, we wheeled a Dowser. Pack number 2, there's a Deadweight standing out right away. There's Sunhome Stalwart, which is a very good card. Chamber Sentry is also really good and gets better in a 3-color deck. World Soul Colossus is fine. I think I'm between Deadweight, the rare, or the uncommon. The rare might be better than Deadweight, since a lot of times you're going to cast this as a 2/2 that can tap and deal 2 damage to a creature, so it kind of fulfills the same purpose as Deadweight. You can also pick up X1s. Sunhome Stalwart would be fantastic if we were in Golgari. Or not Golgari, but Boros. And it's just fine on its own. Sentry also gets itself in the graveyard, which matters for like Carnal Troll, Crow Foragers, which I'm hoping not to play. Yeah, I'll take the Sentry. Ooh, Conclave Tribunal, very good. If not that, it'd be Rosemane Centaur, but this is easy Conclave Tribunal. I'm going to have to find some more fixin', Selesnya Guildgates. Not going to pick that here over one of these 2 uncommons. Also, Murmuring Mystic, this pack is busted. Affectionate Indrik or Golgari Findbroker. These are both very good cards. I'm leaning towards the Indrik. It just adds more removal to the pile while also putting a creature on the board. This card has been good. They've both been exceptionally good. I'm going to go Indrik here, I think. Which is kind of sad because that card's great, but the Indrik's also great, so I don't feel too bad about it. One of these Dowsers is not going to make the cut. Probably not the Crow Foragers either. So I'm looking at Rosemane Centaur. Just be like a beatdown deck of sorts. I don't want the second Sprout and Renewal. I could play a Golgari Locket or this 2-drop, which right now we have 1 creature to play before turn 2. It's not great, but I'm going to pick up Rosemane Centaur. Ooh, Null-Eyed Ferox? That's super late. Why is that coming so late? Bots, what are you doing? I mean, this has got to be just... it's clearly just a huge upgrade to Wild Ceratok. And very easily to pick. Lotless Giant would be nice. Selesnya Guildgate would be nice. I'll take the Mythic Rare, though. What is that all about? That's unnecessary. So here, Undercity Uprising. Healer's Hawk, but we're probably not going to be heavy white. I'm not even sure if I'm playing that Rock Charger. Golgari Raiders is pretty bad, I think. This is just worse than Rezone Lurcher. Might take a 2-drop here. I just need some 2-drops. Undercity Uprising is not great. I already have a decent amount of removal. Luminous Bonds, Necrotic Wound, Conclave Tribunal, Prey Upon. So I'll pick up a 2-drop. Alright, good sign for us. Rezone Lurcher looks like the pick here. Over another 2-drop, another Generous Stray, or a Wood Shaper. I'm trying to limit how much white I take, so yeah, Lurcher it is. And Hitchclaw Recluse or Pilfering Imp. Pilfering Imp's mediocre, but it does get in a little bit of damage. Also note there have been 2 Thoughtbound Phantasms and I think 2 Dimir Spybugs. We're going to take old Pilfery Boy as a creature that can get itself in the graveyard. Selesnya Guildgate over Vigor Spore Worm. I've got decent top-end creatures. I don't need Vigor Spore Worm, so I'm fine taking the Fixin here. Again, fine taking the Fixin over another Rosemane or a Wario copy. If I pick it now, I don't have to prioritize it later. Like here, I can just grab another Selesnya Guildgate, and then I'm pretty good on mana. Could also take Urban Utopia, which helps with the Chamber Sentry. But I don't know that I need the Urban Utopia. And Healer's Hawk, I'd rather have a black or green 1-drop, like the ones I've already got, than a white 1-drop. So is this Guildgate? I have 4 white cards. I am going to need white splashing. Yeah, I'll take Guildgate. I could see a case for Urban Utopia there. Demotion, if I end up being beat down, will definitely be better than the Ceratok. These cards both kind of whatever. Golgari Raiders is just not good. I don't think. So, Crushing Canopy it is. It's definitely going to be in the sideboard. Ooh, last pick, Generous Stray. And going into the final pack, we have Quasi-Duplicate, great rare, but not going to pick it. Deadly Visit, which would be nice. Glowspore Shaman, also good. Ladev Champion, good. Siege Worm, good. And Urban Utopia, if it wheels, good. I think I'm just going to pick up the unconditional 5-mana removal spell over Glowspore Shaman, which would be probably my second pick. And Ladev Champion would probably be my third, but can't go super wrong with just a kill spell. Wow, Beast Whisper. Alright, easy Beast Whisperer here. This pack's also great. Whisper and Snitch, Deadweight. This thing, Sky Knight Legionnaire, Darkblade Agent, just awesome. But Beast Whisper is fantastic. Here, I think my deck wants a Severed Strands. I'll happily pick that up over, I guess, a Vigor Spore Worm. I don't need too much on the top end. Probably not playing Dowser of Lights. Either of them, to be honest. So yeah, Severed Strands. Might of the Masses, that's a little bit on the weak side. Another Severed Strands? We don't have that many creatures that we want to be sacrificing, although this does make our Sworn Companions better if we end up playing that. Might of the Masses is a little bit weak. I'm not super go wide. Generous Stray number 3 I'm not as excited about. We got 4 Guildgates here. I could pick up 1 more, and then my white mana is actually looking pretty good. Or I could just take the Severed Strands. Again, I don't have a lot of creatures I want to be just thrown in the graveyard here. Like, not a lot of value creatures. I guess I have double Generous Stray, Burgle, or Rats. Probably not playing Demotion. This is a tough pick. I think the second Severed Strands I don't want as much. So I'm going to pick up 1 more Guildgate. I could see it just being Gateway Plaza. And here, a bunch of white cards I don't really care for. Generous Stray, Wario copy. And I don't want a second Crow Forger, so I'll just pick another Stray. Alright, Rezone Lurcher's nice. I don't need any more Guildgates. Mephitic Vapors is a really good sideboard card, but I think I'm just going to take Lurcher here. Join Shields, Undercity Uprising. That's what I'm looking at. Wand of Vertebrae is bad. Not worth a card to enable that strategy. I guess I could pick up Undercity Uprising. It's basically a worse version of Severed Strands, right? It's going to make me lose a small creature in exchange for killing a big creature, which Severed Strands already does. I'll just pick this up for the sideboard, who knows? If I'm playing against a sweeper or something. Great sign, right? All of this coming. I think Ocarina Assassin's what I want. This can let you get a big swing in. It trades off really easily. Erstwhile Trooper is pretty bad. Barrier Bones is bad. Ladev Guardian is pretty poor. I would play a Locket, but I'll take a highly playable card. Ooh, Glowspore Shaman came back. I think that's the pick over Urban Utopia for sure. And there's a Vigor Spore Worm. Not going to pick the second Vigor Spore Worm. Generous Stray number 4 or a combat trick. Rock Charger can go ahead and come out. We'll just splash a few white cards here. I don't even know about Rosemane Centaur, to be honest. Do I want Might of the Masses? Probably not, right? Probably don't want 4 Generous Strays either. Grappling Sundew. Oh no, Mephitic Vapors. Not going to start that in the main board. Alright, so now we get to make the deck. We've got a ton of playables here. I don't think it gives you a count, does it? So 2, 5, 11, 22 plus 8 is 30 playables. Crow Foragers. Let's just go through and take out anything we're just for sure not playing. Wild Ceratok. Don't need Double Sprout and Renewal. Don't really need that Sprout and Renewal either, although we play against a bunch of enchantments and artifacts we're covered. 4 Generous Stray seems super superfluous. So what does this leave us at? 4, 9, 17 plus 8 is 25. I could cut the Rosemane Centaur. I don't know that I'm playing any planes in this deck. 3 white sources for 3 white cards. If I get rid of Rosemane Centaur, then that's, what, 2 white cards? I like Generous Stray more than Wario Copy. I'm going to cut that. Although none of my creatures are too bad with Beast Whisperer. Forgot we had a Nullhide Ferox. Necrotic Wound seems like it's going to be good. Prey Upon could be good. Alright, what's the last cut, guys? What's the last cut? Generous Stray number 3? Or Rosemane Centaur? Or Vigor Spore Worm? I've already got all the sideboard cards out. Just looking through. Alright, let's go down one more Generous Stray. And then that leaves us with 2, 4, 9, 15 plus 8 is 23. And then over here, 1, 2, 3, 4 white sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 green sources. And then 4, 5, 6, 7 black. That's not enough. So we're going to add 1 more black. I'm actually tempted to get rid of this plains and just add 2 black. Add 2 swamps. So one more count. 6, 8, 9 black. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 green, and 3 white. Let's go look at our draft pile one more time. See if there's anything we really want to put in. Maybe I just cut Rosemane Centaur, play Dowser of Light, since it's going to be hard to cast that. Or is there something better than Dowser of Lights here? Crow Foragers? Could gain us some life, could be good against aggro. Yeah, if we find our opponent has ways to just deal 4 damage, then I could see bringing in Dowser over Crow Foragers, but this is what we're going to end up playing. A hybrid of Selesnya and Golgari, mostly Golgari. Not super keen on the Undergrowth here, but we've got some really good top-end cards. I think we've got good removal. We got some tricks going up our sleeves here, so this is what we're going to play. And let's go ahead and jump into our competitive matches. See you in match 1. Alright, match 1 against some Jedi guy. Double black, a green card, and a white card. But we have a 1-drop and a 2-drop, and if they die, Necrotic Wound helps us a little bit. So I think I'm going to keep, even though I'm on the play here. On the draw, I would probably not even second guess keeping this. If I draw a green source, it's quite good. If I draw like Gateway Plaza, it's great. Selesnya Sanctuary is great. Just gonna attack with Pilfering him for now. Ooh, Carnal Troll. Not gonna matter much. Watch us play Burglar Rats and our opponent discard Nullhide Ferox. I'm not gonna play around that though. They have it, they have it. What you discarding? Burglar Rats has been an overperformer in this format for sure. Just, it's not too different from 2-mana draw a card. They discarded Fine Finality. Wow, that card is mommy. And then they played blue, so they're probably Dimir Splash and Black. Wall of Myth? Oh yeah, they're definitely Dimir. Alright, we bricked on the 3rd land, unfortunately. Probably sack for next turn. Okay, never mind. Yep. Oh, opponent surveilling. Yeah, we need the third land now. They put an imp of their own into the graveyard. And of course we drew a 5-drop. Alright, I feel pretty bad about this match. Spybug we can kill. Let's go and resolve that. We'll necrotic wound that. Before it gets out of hand. If they surveil once here, it's still gonna die. Oh my gosh. And that's only gonna be a 1/1. I'm gonna hold on to that. Wow. Okay. 2 lands in our top 11 cards. That happens sometimes though. If you can't just discard the hand size and put that in the graveyard. Come on, Arena, like, this land thing happens a lot, I've noticed on Arena. I don't know if that's me just experiencing it that way, or if that's how it actually happens, but I am gonna complain about the shuffler on Arena this once. That was a good land, though. That was a good land. And our opponent's not doing too much. City Watch Sphinx. Probably gonna slap Luminous Bonds on that. It gets around the whole, dies Surveil 2 thing. And we'll pass. They play another big threat. We have Conclave Tribunal. They might be sitting behind at least a counter spell here is what it feels like. I could get Carnal Troll going. I could just play Generous Stray, or I could play this Nullhide Ferox. I need my high impact cards to be relevant in this game. So I'm thinking I go Carnal Troll. Start attacking something that can attack through Wall of Mist. And then I could play Chamber Sentry and get that down. I might play Chamber Sentry on one of this resolves. I don't think it will. My opponent's had clearly some reactive cards in their hand this game. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. Discarding the Finality too. Carnal Troll was exiled as well. Wow, just a Surveil. That's a little odd. Considering they killed 2 of my creatures with Mephitic Vapors the first time, you would think that they want to keep that in hand for now in case I play more X1s. This is just 3 mana Scry 2 right now, essentially. But we'll see how it works out. Devious Cover-Up's another card that's been quite good. Of course they Surveil Blood Operative. When you Surveil Blood Operative, you do get to use its ability, so they can pay 3 to put that in their hand. They can't, oh no, they can cast it. They have double black. They chose not to put it in their hand? Okay. We'll play around one more counter spell here. I'll just play the Crow Foragers. Nullhide Ferox seems like to be really good against this game. And then... Nah, I'll hold on to the Chamber Sentry here. White, black, green. I can actually play Chamber Sentry for 4 colors because of this Gateway Plaza. 4/4? That seems really good. Okay. That's funny, they shuffled 3 cards back and they've drawn 2 of them. They also get to Surveil again. But now it looks like I've got a good opening for the Nullhide Ferox to come down. It's weird that they don't want to get their Witchcraft back. 2/7. I hate it, but I might have to Conclave Tribunal that at some point. Cards left from the opponent. Disinformation Campaign, of course, the turn after I played Nullhide Ferox. At this point, I'm going to discard Generous Stray. Alright, so I can play Generous Stray into Conclave Tribunal, or I could attack and play Affectionate Indrik. I suspect they might have a counter spell in hand, but not much I can do about it. Oh, no, never mind. I'd have to pay 2 to activate my Conclave Tribunal. I'm going to go ahead and try to play this Affection Drink. If they use a spell on it, that's fine. Worst case scenario would be Sinister Sabotage, which, I don't know, they've got another Devious Cover-Up. They're targeting cards in their graveyard. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's a good strategy. Can't play around infinite counter spells. So I'm gonna probably have to Tribunal this next turn and then hope to just get in there with my Ferox. Hope that they don't just keep drawing into the same spells they're shuffling back. Could do that as well. No, I can't, because of Nullhide. I'm gonna go for the Tribunal. Feels bad, but I'm gonna do it. If they have a third Devious Cover-Up, I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm also removing the Hexproof off of my Ferox right now. Alright, looks like they didn't have a trick that time, which is good. I get to start attacking. They might have a removal. They don't. Alright, so now we're looking good. Okay, attack through that. Vigor Spore Worm. I actually don't want to cast that right now. I'm probably going to play these two. Just attack first. They take... Let's go Stray into 3/3 Sentry. Prey Upon. Could just win me the game next turn. Yeah, let's not overextend into a Finality then. Look for some things in the sideboard that can deal with O5s and maybe take out some things that are bad against Mephitic Vapors. Alright. I guess if the opponent just always has the cards they shuffle back, unless they have multiples of this, but that seems unlikely. Just draw a land so I can Deadly Visit here would be ideal. Guess I should have specified. Could play Vigor Spore Worm too. Just punch through it, they have to block. Opponent's deck seems good though. Might have trouble beating a control deck like this. Yep. And I have 2 lethal creatures now, so opponent needs to draw their 3rd finality of the game. Thought Erasure. Get some information, bounce back Disinformation Campaign. Probably going to make me discard Deadly Visit. Yep. Prey Upon's also just a good removal spell here. They put Flight Agent in the graveyard. Alright, bounce back the Disinformation Campaign, which I assume they're playing. Oh, and get that back? Okay. It doesn't actually save them here. That last card needs to be something relevant. No, my Burglar Rat. We're replaying the campaign. Alright, so 1 blue, they could have Dazzling Lights. Discard Guardian. Okay, so I think I'm going to play this. I think the only 1 blue spell is Dazzling Light. Or just Prey Upon here. If they have Dazzling Light. Yeah, there's nothing they can do about it. Oh, I do have to activate, don't I? This is a real downside. Especially if this gets slapped with like a luminous bonds or something. So taking game 1 against what's probably going to be a tough matchup for me. They seem like a pretty strong Dimir deck. Lots of Surveil. Counter spells, interaction, ways to exile. Let's see what we have. We're looking for potential things that can punch through 5 toughness creatures. We saw Citywide Sphinx, which we have answers to without Crushing Canopy. This doesn't help against Finality. Rock Charger? Rock Charger's pretty good. So I think Corral Forgers is going to come out. I think Rock Charger is going to come in. Demotion? Probably not. Mephitic Vapors? Probably not. And then I could see taking out... I only have a couple 1 toughness creatures though, like 3. They just so happen to have Mephitic Vapors. Oh, I guess this is actually really good against walls though. So I have a bunch of creatures that are going to die to their Mephitic Vapors. Especially if they draw it every time they shuffle it back. And I like the Pilfer Imp. Kind of like the Glowspore Shaman too. Alright, I'm just going to make that 1 switch. And then we'll go ahead and run it back. The devious cover-up plan of cycling your devious cover-ups with each other and just increasing the card quality of your draws is great, but my opponent either has multiple copies of Find and Finality, or they're extremely lucky to have drawn it multiple times in a row. On the draw, this hand's good with Generous Stray. I guess if they Thought Erasure me, that's pretty bad, but also my Prey Upon and my Necrotic Wound are kind of dead cards at the moment. Alright, Burglar Rats is nice. Night Veil Spray. God, that card's so good. Come on, deck. Give me the 3rd land. If we could just play like a Dimir Spybug next turn, I could be in a lot of trouble. Because then they get to grow it every single turn. Or Disinformation Campaign even would be bad. Yeah, they do have it. Uh-oh. We're in a lot of trouble now. We gotta kill Night Veil Sprite as soon as possible. Discard. I guess I can pitch a creature to the graveyard to pump up Necrotic Wound, so Lurcher's gonna go away here. Graveyard, bounce Disinformation. Okay, drew the 3rd land, that's nice. Go ahead and attack for 1 and play Generous Stray. I could go... it's kinda awkward. I could go Necrotic Wound plus Prey Upon to kill that. That can't be right, though. I hope I draw into Ferox here. They Disinformation Campaign. No. No such luck. I'm probably gonna pitch this or Prey Upon to the campaign. Yeah. Opponent's gonna try to value us out early in the game, which seems like it's gonna work. Kept that card on top. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna Sever Strand this thing. So let's attack. Let's go ahead and kill their stupid sprite. Sack in Burglar Rats. No, actually the Stray, because it gains me 1 extra life. It doesn't matter too much, honestly. And this leaves up Necrotic Wound for 2. Probably going to discard the Tribunal to the Disinformation Campaign. I feel like I'm losing by a long shot, but if I can resolve Beast Whisper and follow up with some creatures, I'll be fine. Alright, Spybug into campaign is pretty nice. Oh, Darkblade Agent. Alright. Just gonna draw here. That's a fine card to discard to campaign. Hope they play that first, actually. I assume they're going to play something that surveils. Man, am I losing or what? I think it's more important to get rid of this for now. Opponent's just eating my hand here, and I'm stuck on lands. They're going to take Beast Whisperer. Then I think I just lose this game. Like, their late game's so much better than mine. I've not been able to play my spells. I've already discarded 3 cards. My opponent curved out perfectly. Nightveil Sprite. Probably like the best 2-drop you can have for a deck like this. We'll see what we draw here. And then I might just concede the match. Yeah, they get back the campaign again. Guess that's a... I'm bringing in Crushing Entity for sure. This is 2 targets I didn't really think about. Go for an Imp. Alright. We cannot win this long game. I'm not going to play through and deal my opponent more cards, even though they know about the Imp already. Campaign just picked us apart there. But my opponent also had a seemingly perfect draw, so... This is a sorcery. I don't know about that one. So, bringing in the Crushing Canopy. Bringing out Prey Upon, maybe? Prey Upon does seem kind of weak. I have some Death Touchers, which it's pretty good with. Vigor Spore Worm's expensive here. I'm going to cut Prey Upon. And hopefully we get a game where we're not just stuck on 2 or 3 lands for a while and we get to actually cast our spells. Our hands have not been fantastic, have not developed very well. Our opponent had the nuts that time. They've got kind of a go-to example of a good Dimir deck. Yeah, this seems good. Doesn't have interaction for the opponent, so if they have the same kind of start as last time, we're in trouble. But Glowspore Shaman helps us hit the 4th land. If we want the 4th land, which we probably won't. Depends on what it is. If it's like a Selesnya Guildgate, I'll probably keep it on top. Yeah. Just play a 3-1. I guess so we didn't hit a land. Burglar Rats. Oh, 2 creatures in the graveyard. Oh god. Oh god. Huh. Probably gonna have to get this Gorgon down this turn. They just play campaign, we're dead. No, I need to get some tap lands. Let's go ahead and... Yes, I don't feel good about this at all. Of course. Well, if I can just pick my hand every time, it's nice, right? This is absurd. Just 2 games in a row having that. I wonder if they have multiples of each of these. They probably do, but this is just absurd interaction. Nightveil Sprite being one of the best ways to... One of the only ways, actually, in the game, in the entire set, to surveil multiple times per turn. And it's interesting because I have things I want to cast for 5 and 6 mana, but I'm probably going to discard a land to this campaign that they play. Assuming they play the campaign. Yeah, they're going to go for it. They're taking a lot of damage, though. I'm going to discard the Swamp. Yep, opponent not worried about dying. I figure they can win the long game if they just eat all of my resources, which is probably true. They're discarding for turn. Alright. Probably discarding the Indrik now. Deadly Visit, Surveils. Helps us find more interaction. Oh, they didn't play Campaign first, so they're playing something else this turn. Or maybe not, they could go Campaign plus Thought Erasure or something like that. Vapors. Sure. I guess they are at 9. They do have to interact with me somehow. Plus it's a 2-drop. Ciao. Okay. Alright, so this is so awkward. Deadly Visit the Sprite, or Deadly Visit this, keep attacking, or I think I'm supposed to play Injury here. Offer him this trade. Get this down while I can. They can make me discard my last card. I just have to hope a 4/4 is good enough and the top of my deck is good. They have so many more cards than me. I assume they want to get the last card out of my hand here. Yep. This is not good. Sure, this thing doesn't trample though. And of course... probably not blocking. Might as well play that. Gonna need to hit very well off the top here. They have 5 cards. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Draw a removal spell for this, looking okay. If I trade, they surveil, get that back. I'm just gonna pass. God, they didn't. If they didn't have this, I would be fine. I would have this Deadly Visit in hand. I discarded some lands, this Lurcher. Let this be a lesson to everybody about how good Disinformation Campaign is. Jeez, price of me too? Are you kidding me? My opponent's got ridiculous deck. Look at all their cards. They're all uncommons. Uncommon, 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 rare. Uncommon, uncommon. Jesus. What do I need here? Nullhide Ferox? I guess that's good. Yeah, that's pretty strong. They just surveilled. Let me go ahead and do this. See if they want to make that trade. They probably do, because I could have like a +3/+3 or something. And then I guess Carnal Troll's gonna have to go the distance. I don't know. Yeah, grow the Spy Bug. And that's all she wrote, guys. Stop it. Oh, they're gonna make me discard it too. This is absurd. This feels so bad. This just doesn't do anything. Sure. That just gets us up to 5 power and lets them filter off the top. Not sure I would have done that. This is a Death Toucher, so if they play a blocker next turn, they would have probably liked to have Dazzling Lights. I don't think I have any way to win this game at this point. They're outvaluing me too hard. Sure. Yeah, they kind of just threw away that Dazzling Lights. Guess I could draw a Crushing Canopy for the Spy Bug. Yep, we're dead on board. Alright, so game 1 is a clear loss. I think my opponent got lucky to have that curve out. Like, even if they just played Disinformation Campaign and had to play, like, you know, non-repeatable Surveil things, I would have probably won that game. Being able to cast that Deadly Visit, maybe I discarded the wrong card or something, but got to accept my loss in game 1 and hope that we can do a little bit better off and our opponents don't draw just absurd curve outs every time. I mean, that was ridiculous. Unless they have multiple Nightville sprites and disinformation campaigns, having that start 2 games in a row is just absurd. I can't do much about it. My creatures weren't big enough to prey upon that Nightville sprite, and I didn't have a removal spell for the disinformation campaign. I'll keep this on the play. Gale-Gate into Gateway Plaza is all my mana, and then some decent 3-drops here. Playing against King Snow Crash. Green deck. I feel fine about green decks. That's what I want to play against. Alright, we got our Rupture Spire down. We got all our colors. Probably start off with Ocarina Assassin, which forces a trade with anything they block with. Yeah. Pitiless Gorgon's maybe better to play there. But I'll play out the Death Touchers first, have them trade off, and then play this Lurcher via 4/4, which makes Prey Upon good. Oh yeah, I'll trade Assassin for Rock Charger. I feel like our Rock Charger should probably be in our deck. Play a 3/3 Lurcher. I don't love that. Generous Stray can wait too. Yeah, Selesnya it is. Which means our Death Touchers actually have a lot of value in the late game against Selesnya. A lot of their big payoff creatures are just... Ooh, never mind. Big clunky, like, Arboretum Elementals and Sea Clams. Basics? Basic lands? This looks like a good turn for Generous Stray plus Gale-Gate. Seven drops coming down. For Hellion Control. Okay. Alright, or we could draw just trash, I guess. I'll make this trade. Bad. I'll wait on the Prey Upon till next turn. They get an attack for 2, but they're not going to have a hasty creature in Selesnya. Pitchclaw Recluse isn't that bad. Alright then, never mind. That works. That was actually a great draw. Candlelight Vigil, really? I don't see a reason to attack with this Stray. Wow, that would be nasty. 5/5 Mentor with Flying and Vigilance. Double Vigilance? Candlelight gives Vigilance, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. I've yet to see someone actually play that card, but we could lose to it. Not here, I don't think. Also, I've already seen 2 targets for Crushing Canopy, 3 targets. Crushing Canopy is insane against Rock Charger. You just kill whatever they jump. Okay. They thought for a while there, so I'm not sure what they could have, but I'm still going to jam with Rezone Lurcher. If it dies, it dies. Looks like a combat trick to me. No? Okay. Just chump with Hitchclaw? They have an Undergrowth card or something? Okay. Urban Utopia seems really weird in their deck, considering they circuitous routed for 2 basics. They probably don't not splash in a 3rd color. We are drawing like garbage. We've drawn 10 lands. Okay. Yeah, they have a trick in hand. That's something. Alright, that at least trades 2 for 1. Well, they're getting something back out of the graveyard, or what? Deadly Visit. Not going to cast that, but I am going to play one more land and then probably hold on to lanes from this point. I don't have any jumpstart or anything, so that's not a huge deal, but... Oh, Generous Stray could have attacked. We missed a point of damage. Strays. Meow. Ooh, that's real good. White, black, green, red. I don't think I have a way to actually make blue and red at the same time. But that seems strong here. At the very least, it's a 4/4 that can attack through this 1/4, and it picks off any smaller creatures they might play. Not that I'm going to be too cute with it, I'm just attacking. These can attack too. Take Glow Spore. Pitching Vigor Spore, Conclave Tribunal, and Rezone Mortar. All would have been great. I'm not putting a land on top. Oh no, never mind. We didn't mill that Lurcher. That's the one that already died. We milled the Forest. So Vigor Spore and Conclave Tribunal went to the graveyard. Both of those would have been pretty decent top decks. Okay. Let's go ahead and jam. Coming at 7 with Hitchclaw Recluse.dead. So taking game 1, bringing in Crushing Canopy for sure, and against a bunch of Hitchclaw Recluses, I might want a Dowser of Light. I want Rock Charger. I don't know why Rock Charger is just not in my main board. Corral Forgers, whatever. Crushing Canopy's coming in. And I'm considering this Dowser. Alright, what are we taking out? Dissident seems pretty bad against... Not super bad, but not great against a bunch of, whatchamacallits. Hitchclaw Recluses and 2/3s and whatnot. Yeah, I'll go and take out the Foragers and the Dissident for Crushing Canopy. And what was the other card I'm bringing in? Who knows? I forgot already, but... Oh, Rock Charger. Yeah, Dissident. Rock Charger is not great against Hitchclaw Recluse. Maybe I don't want Rock Charger in this matchup. Maybe I just keep in the 2-drop. Bring in the Dowser or something like that. Sure. Something like that. So 2, 4, 9, 16, 19, 23. Okay. I was just thinking, Rock Charger doesn't match up well itself against Parhelion Patrol or Hitchclaw Recluses, so maybe this isn't the matchup where I want to actually bring it in, even though I think it should probably be my main board anyway. You feel me? Do you feel me? Remember, we're trying to hit 3 wins before we hit our next loss, and with hands like this, we cannot. Hand like this will do, though. Double Selesnya Guildgate? Ugh, one of these needs to be Golgari Guildgate. Yeah, I don't want to hit lands right now. I would like to just hit a bunch of Generous Strays, or at least Guildgates. Opponent also mulligans. There is the extra Swamp. So we will be able to cast all our spells. That freshest fastest or crudest. Oh, Necrotic Wound's good against that. if I can get one creature in the graveyard. Although they Candlelight Vigil this thing. Ugh. Candlelight Vigil is a 4-drop, but you get the point. They're gonna put something on it? Not a lot of auras in this set. I'll just take a 2/2. Okay. So I'm gonna play Pitiless Gorgon, try to trade it off with this 2/2, and then Necrotic Wound that. Is it better to play Generous Stray? No. I don't think so. Because Generous Stray doesn't trade. It chumps. I would rather trade off a creature here. And then next turn I can go Stray plus Necrotic Wound, assuming they don't suit up that fresh-faced recruit. Turn after that, if I draw a land, I can Deadly Visit a big creature. Yeah, this isn't that bad. So, Swamp. Let's make sure we tap correctly. Kind of a tell. Okay. So, all I'm really worried about from what I saw from the opponent is some huge Convoke creature or a creature with Candlelight Vigil that I can't, like, just beat through natural means, so. They have Righteous Blows in their deck. I'm just gonna do this now. Sure. Happy with that. Play a 3/3 Rezone Lurcher. I think I'm gonna do that. Although I would like to get it to a 4/4. Let's attack first. Maybe my opponent's like a Righteous Blow your Stray. That would be sick. Sure. Just get some sort of pressure on board. Alright. Seems deadly visitable. Prey Upon, not great. Bigger Spore Worm gives +1/+1. No, it's just Deadly Visit. That also gives us the Surveil, which is going to be useful here since we've drawn all the lands we want. We can put that away, and I'll draw another Lurcher. That means if this Lurcher dies, I just get to play a bigger one. Drop. Nope. Should have put a bigger Spore Worm there. I'm just gonna play it. I missed a point of damage, not playing it before combat, but that's fine. I made a mistake. There's no point wait until next turn to get my 6-power creature on board. Prey Upon's really good with the worm too. Just going to 1 here. Citywide Bust doesn't do it. Alright. Opponent's deck seemed like it might have been a little bit on the weaker side or lacking threats. But I'll take my win. Make up for that first round loss to the most ridiculous disinformation campaign of all time. Alright, so... Well, next, as soon as we lose a match, we're out. We're trying to win at least 2 more here. And I think our deck is solid, so... High hopes. Your life total is a resource, so don't be afraid to spend it. Winning at 1 life counts the same as winning at 20 life. Yeah, I guess. Bring it on, Zember. Okay, lands and spells, lands and spells. Creature, removal, lands, and card draw. All in my opening hand. Oh, I see lands. I see spells. I don't see card draw. Lands, creatures, removal, card draw. We're on the draw here. Chamber Sentry can be really good against some matchups. Probably not against black decks as much. This hand's good. Ooh, we are also against Golden Eye. out the Dissident here, I suppose. Oh, I could play that instead. 3-1. Yeah. It's easier for them to kill. We did not hit a land. What do we mill? Affectionate Indrake. I don't care too much about the other two, but the Indrake is fine. Also, this makes my Necrotic Wound 3 already. They did not want to trade 2 for 3. Makes sense. Necrotic Wound and attack for 3, but I would rather just play Generous Stray this turn. Like I said, I want to get to my land drops. Ooh, Carnal Troll seems like to be really good against them if they're light on removal. And that's a land drop. So I'm probably going to play Carnal Troll here. You have a Price of Fame or something like that. If they kill Carnal Troll, then, you know, they're killing a 3-drop, so that's fine. It does incentivize me to use Necrotic Wound as soon as I can, so it doesn't get weaker. What was that sound? It just was like, oh, really, Ritual of Soot. Okay. Can't do anything about that. Nice little one from the opponent there. Strays for days. Well, if I hit a basic land, I can play a 2-drop in addition to this. Probably play this anyway. Luminous Bonds. Well, if I draw Rezone Archers, they're going to be great. I just have 6 creatures in my graveyard. Nice. So here we go Gorgon plus Dissident. Hope they don't have a second Ritual of Soot or a Finality. My body's ready for the second Ritual of Soot. Oh, what operative? Okay, Necrotic Wound's good against that. They do get to take away one of my creatures out of my graveyard too. Yeah, Necrotic Wound exiles this, so they don't get to do the cute little Surveil trick. Chamber Sentry's also pretty good against it. Okay, so that lets me go Necrotic Wound. -5. I don't think there's any green spell that's going to stop that. It's exiled, and then this turn I'm just going to pump an attack for 4, 5, 6, 7. Wouldn't mind drawing the white source for Luminous Bonds here. I don't have any planes though, so it's got to be an untapped source, of course. Prey upon. That's pretty good. They lose their child at night though. Alright, let's go Vigor Spore Worm +6, a Generous Stray. Opponent's taking 8 here. Kind of what our deck wants to be doing, right? Trading resources and then using our big creatures to get an extra damage. They're not dead if they can kill Vigor Spore, which they can. They are at effectively 1 here. And they pitched a Swamp, but they left another card on top. Ooh, we get to go Beast Whisper into Burglar Rats. That seems incredible. Yeah. They discard a card, I draw a card. Rezone Archer. Alright, well, now they have to deal with all 4 creatures, so they're going to need an actual second Ritual of Soot or a Fog. Oh, I guess that's okay. How much life do they get? I think that does it. No, that doesn't do it. They're dead on board, right? Yeah. Okay, so the mirror match, something that I feel fairly confident about. They've got good removal, though. Rock Charger's probably good in this matchup. Crushing Canopy, didn't see too much for that. Join Shields could be an answer to Ritual of Soot. But this card's so weak. Otherwise, could even just, like, up the mana cost of my deck, right? Take out, like, Assassin, bring in, say, I don't know, like a Dowser or something like that. What's not looking great against them? I mean, I think my deck's fine. Ritual Soot's just going to get us some amount of time, but we can play around it to some extent. I kind of like the Dowser, though. So I think I'm going to cut one of these little creatures for a Dowser. Ocarina Assassin, maybe? Pilfer and Imp. Pilfer and Imp can take away one of their payoff cards for having a bunch of creatures in their graveyard. Sure. Alright, we're going to ditch the Assassin here for... I guess Assassin might just be better than Pitiless Gorgon. Tough pick. Alright, get rid of this 2-drop. Bring in a 5-drop. Pretty decent beater. 4/5 seems to match up pretty well in this format. Dodges Lava Coil for 1. I think there's another spell in this format that kills 4. Oh no, Collar the Culprit is actually good against it, but you get the point. It matches up well against the Crowl Salvagers or whatever too. Second land would make this hand great, but as it is, no thank you. Okay, that's better. It's not great. Severed Strands, I keep that on top, just in case they draw something I need to deal with, sure. Alright, bring it on, Zember. Bring your Child of Night. Bad draw was bad. I'll play Pitiless Gorgon and happily trade it off for Child of Night. That means this comes down at least a 3/3. Blood Operative would make that bad. Wouldn't be too bad. Okay, Tribunal's a good draw. There's no way I'm not snapping off a block on Child of Night. Erstwhile Trooper. Not too threatened by. Ooh, Necrotic Wound. Doesn't quite do it, does it? So I play a Lurcher, they attack, they have to discard a creature to pump it over. It's fine. I probably won't block this. Although I'm kind of fine with them discarding a creature. It's not like my hand's insane or anything, right? Wish I could Necrotic Wound that in response, but I can't. Oh, they chose not to exile my creature? What? What? Alright. Well, I'll forgive you then. Exile it. And attack them for 3. Yeah, I'm not blocking anyway, so I might as well. Drawing both my 6 drops was not necessarily good. I just noticed I missed a land too. That was so weird. Why did they not just exile the card from my graveyard? Beetle does make me want to go ahead and get rid of this Erstwhile Trooper while I can with the Tribunal, but we'll see what we draw first. If we draw like a Generous Stray, ooh, or if we draw a friggin' 6/6. Strong card, especially when the opponent's choked on it. It's much less likely for them to be able to pay for it and also have a relevant trick. If they do, though, they're going to Severed Strand, sack Iron Shell Beetle. Nice. Not bad. Still probably Tribunal time on this Trooper. I'd love to get up to Indrik and just take it out that way. Maybe for that reason I wait another turn, but what am I doing if I don't? Also, they can discard a card to do that. Yeah, let's just go ahead and Tribunal this thing. That takes away the immediate pressure. It leaves Indrik for something later on that can't be just completely got. If they play something that Indrik won't be able to fight, then I have Severed Strands. Not that I want to Severed Strands my only creature on board, but it's an option. They just played a bigger Lurcher than what we had. And that I'll do, though. I'll play Strain, Severed Strands that. Ow. Pilfer Nymph? Nah. Ah, shoot. I messed up. Playing too fast. Nah, I'll play Pilfer again. No, I will not block that. Alright, what you got to follow up with? 2 creatures in their graveyard. Product Wound the Imp. Cool with that. And another Erstwhile. Kinda okay with that as well. And a Prey Upon. Okay, less okay with that. That's interesting. So, Severed Strand, sack here, play this for 3. That seems okay. This one. Gains me a little bit of life too, which is nice. Let's make sure we tap this correctly. Black, and this will be white. Chamber Sentry for 3. If they attack, I'm blocking, because if they want to discard a card, I'm okay with that. It means it's one less card they'll have when I play the Indrik to try and fight this. Sure. Discarding a Glowspore Shaman. Yeah, and it doesn't look like they have much for a follow-up. Alright, Luminous Bond's coming down on this, and we'll pass the turn. Kind of at parity, but I've got really good follow-ups here. I guess they do have 4 creatures in their graveyard, so if they draw like a Lurcher or something, we're in a little bit of trouble. Not sure what they're thinking about. Opponent? Hello? Ooh, what if their last card's like a Crushing Canopy? On 6th land. Burglar Rat? Get the last card out of their hand? I guess that's something, and it means if I play Vigor Spore Worm, I have a creature already on board for it. Oh, Hatchery Spider. That was a good one to get rid of. Wait, why? Oh no, they just drew their 7th land. Why didn't you play it? Alright, Burglar Rat beatdown, incoming. Nice of the opponent to play out all their lands. Vigor Spore. Attack with a 6/6 rat. And that's actually lethal next turn. If they play something that kills, then they're dead. And if they just don't draw anything, then they're not dead, actually. Oh no, they're not dead. This doesn't say it's a 6/6. What am I talking about? Ritual to kill Burglar Rats. I don't know that I would have done that, but kind of makes sense. I'm just going to keep this Indrik in my hand. It does look like we're going to get our second win here. At the very least, they need a blocker or a removal spell for this worm, and if they have one, Indrik should be able to take care of it, plus Prey Upon too. So we'll see what Zember has here. Hopefully they're not just gonna waste my time and sit here and drag it out. That, or they could, you know, maybe they drew something. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Very cool. They're not doing the time wasting thingy. It's a pretty back and forth match. I missed that turn where I should have Sever Strand their Rezone Lurcher, but didn't bite me too hard. The cards. Demir and Golgari, another good combination. How do we feel about this hand? This hand's pretty weak against an aggro deck. I'm gonna keep though. Has all my colors, could draw just like a generous Stray or something, or an early game creature. Opponent's going down to 6 against Boros. We are gonna die. We're dead. We already lost. Guild Navy form, huh? Alright, Severed Strands isn't exactly good here. I mean, our hand's good in the long game, but they're gonna play like a 3-2 fresh-faced recruit or something like that. Ugh, I just realized my first play of the game is a 4-mana 2-2. Oh, a 3-4 Boros Challenger, sick. I need to draw exactly that right now. It's actually quite good. Gives me something with Severed Strands. Ooh, Nullhide Ferox ought to be good against Boros. I just got to survive. Hellbound Patrol is nice. Looks like we're lagging a little bit. Alright, so what's the plan here? Do I play Ferox or do I Severed Strands right away and just deal with this 2-power creature? I think I'm supposed to play the Ferox. Yeah, we'll play Ferox first. Sorry for the lag. Alright, so Parhelion Patrol being the only attacker means they probably don't have like a Sure Strike or something like that. They could still have a +2/+2. Looks like they're figuring out mana with the Forum, so another gold card incoming. Yep, fresh-faced recruit. Fresh buddy. Probably gonna Severed Strands next turn and kill Parhelion Patrol. Ooh, Burglar Rats. And they have 2 cards left in hand. I can't do both because of the Ferox. So I think I'm just gonna play Burglar Rats this turn. Take away 1 card from their hand, seems good. Sworn Companions. And not too worried about Sworn Companions. Legionnaire's nice. Oops. Oh, there wasn't... Oh, they forgot to use the Guild Mage's form. Relevant. Alright, Pilfering Imp isn't exactly good here. So, Crow Forger's also not very good. I'm gonna go Severed Strands plus Rezone Lurcher. No, I can't do that. I can go Severed Strands plus Pilfering Imp, though. think I severed strands to Parhelion Patrol. The extra life might matter. Drawing an extra land lets me deadly visit the other flyer. My opponent has a bunch more Sky Knight Legionnaires than I. I'm in a little bit of a tight spot. Oh god. That's gonna be tough to beat. Pilfering Imp by opponent. They didn't play a land. Yeah, I'm Pilfering Imp. I'm gonna play a 4/4 Rezone Lurcher. Seems like it's probably a relevant spell in their hand. Yeah, get rid of that. And then if I attack with a 6/6, I don't have exceptionally good blocks. Okay. I'm ready to lose to Dawn of Hope. This is 4/4 can attack, as long as they don't have mana up for Boros Challenger. Oh, doing that on sorcery speed, huh? Ooh, Indrik was very good. So Indrik can take out Sky Knight Legionnaire here. And I can attack with Lurcher while they can't activate this thing. I think that's fine. I think the opponent should take 4. Yeah, this has more value right now. It's essentially a card for 2 mana. Annoying. Mephitic Vapor is coming in against this opponent. Ooh, okay. Conclave Tribunal should probably hit this right away, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I need to take out Dawn of Hope here. 1. Oh, we need to go ahead and pay for this thing, huh? We have Deadly Visit for another creature. That could be problematic. I don't think I have great attacks here, though. Another flyer can get hit by Deadly Visit. Ooh, Luminous Bond's also quite good. So Luminous Bonds on this means that if I attack with Lurcher, they have to at least lose the X4. Or I could just play Corral Foragers, which gets better a little later in the game. Nah, let's just go ahead and Luminous Bonds up the Challenger. Might be right to Deadly Visit it, since I'm not planning on casting anything else anyway. Just use all 7 of my mana this turn. I guess Indrik is actually better somehow. I don't know. They're both vanilla 4/4s. It doesn't really matter which one I attack with. I'm only attacking one. If they give me the option, I might take out a bunch of tokens. Okay, well they just had a +2/+2. Fine. Prey upon as well, huh? That's pretty bad against another +2/+2. Let's get the 4-drop down. Alright, I'm gonna make the same attack with this Lurcher here. I do have to whittle away some of their creatures in order to win this game. Do I take out 2 tokens, or do I take out Ladev? I'm gonna take out the Guardian. Doesn't look like they have a combat trick this time. And my Forgers gains me 1 extra life this turn. We'll get to the point where Ferox can start attacking. Yeah, 5-mana 4/4 gain 4 is pretty good. Two more removal spells in hand. Feeling pretty good about this match. 4 more creatures in the graveyard, so things like Vigor Spore Worm and my other Rezone Lurcher are starting to become very good cards. Necrotic Wound will be good. Uh-oh. They got the removal for the Ferox. What? Okay. I think I'm just gonna Deadly Visit Recruiter. Attack with these two. What could they have? They could have the deal 5 damage at instant speed. No, let's just attack with the 4/4. Okay. I'm confused. Maybe they just accidentally skipped their turn and forgot to cast the spell that they wanted to cast on this Ferox. I don't care too much about that. That was clearly their draw this turn. It's an okay chump blocker. Forest. Gonna play that out. Should I Prey upon now? 2, 3, 4. Just attack with this again. I assume Hunted Witness is gonna block. Alright, we'll just pass. Still playing it kind of safe this game. I don't really want that Ferox to die. Not that I think there's much they can do. Ooh, okay, that's pretty solid. Lets him gain a bunch of life. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going down to 6, but I get to beat a token. They do gain a bunch of life too. Alright, Lurcher plus Prey upon. I do think I'm supposed to Prey upon this turn, so let's go ahead and play Lurcher. Prey upon the 3/3, clearly. And I feel like I can afford 1 attack with the 4/4 here. Still leaves me back 4 blockers for the 4 creatures. Even if they have another pack beast, that's fine. If they don't do anything, I'm going to Deadly Visit this fresh-faced recruit. Unless we draw a creature, of course. Uh-oh, opponent looks like they're doing math of some sort. Oh no, they're casting a gold spell. True Fire Captain. Alright, well, that's good that we used Prey upon now and not Deadly Visit. This card's pretty good. Yeah, I have 4 blockers for your 4 attackers. Ooh, that'd be nice later on. So, activate. And kill Treefire Captain. And the Surveil on top of that. Oh, Chamber Sentry? Yes, please. No. There we go. Same attack. 4/4 coming in. We could die to an inescapable blaze. Alright, I got the GG. Either my opponent has the kill spell or they're conceding. Uh-oh. Oh my god, they 3, 4, 5, 6. Why did they cast Cosmotronic Wave? Wow, I feel like we had that locked up, but they had a Cosmotronic Wave. Okay. That is annoying. Off the top, too? Come on. Alright. I got it. I got you. So, Mephitic Vapors coming in. Crushing Canopy against Sky Knight, Parhelion Patrol, Donna Hope. Yeah, that's good enough. And don't really care for these. On the flip side, we can probably lose Ocarina Assassin. They've already shown us Cosmotronic Wave. It's not a great blocker against tokens. Sworn Companion seems pretty good. Not great, actually, now that I think about it. And we need to cut one more here. Could see this thing being pretty decent against them. God, that's annoying. Off the top. They got us. They got us good. Don't want to cut too many of my 2-drops either. Pilfer Nymph seems pretty bad. So what is this? 2, 5, 10, 17, 21, 24. We need to cut one more. I like the Foragers. Maybe I don't need the Dowser here. I like the Foragers a little bit more in this matchup. Alright, Boros top decks got us. Maybe we should have been a little bit more aggressive, but I think we had that game locked up without, you know, a spell like that. Something that kills us or whatnot. Our opponent also baited us with the good game. Kind of annoying when people do that before casting the spell that wins the game. But they might not have meant any harm by it. Alright, on the play, I like this hand a lot. It's slow, but it's good. Chamber Sentry on 2, potentially. Opponent going down to 6. Can't play Gateway Plaza, actually, so... there we go. One didn't seem like they had a lot of 1-drops either. They had a Hunted Witness. Necrotic Wound's nice here. I am going to take a turn to get my tap land down rather than play Chamber Sentry. Next turn I can play Chamber Sentry on 3, which is good against them. Could get Carnal Troll down and start using the ability, but I don't love that idea. There we go. This is pretty good against most of their deck. If they attack, I probably just block. Nah. Alright. Varrock's gonna come down. No, Beast Whisperer first, right? Yeah, let's play Beast Whisperer. Now if they want to kill some, they're almost certainly gonna have to kill Whisperer. And no 3-drop. I have a Parhelion Patrol this turn. Hammer Dropper. Strong card. Probably gonna Chamber Sentry that. For 2, and then I can play Carnal Troll, but that's not exactly great. Yeah, I feel like Hammer Dropper has to go here. Just represents too much damage if they have tricks. I will attack for 2. Am I playing Carnal Troll? No. I could activate Sentry on upkeep to get Carnal Troll a counter. My opponent might have also had X1s in their hand that they didn't play because of Chamber Sentry, or X2s. Which is a little weird though if they played Hammer Dropper. Oops. No oops. Just disregarding what my opponent's saying after that goofy. How's that oops? Rezone Lurcher. Seems like a Nullhide Ferox turn, although maybe I should play my spells first. Like if I just Deadly Visit now, I get the Surveil going, and then I don't have to worry about getting stuck on mana with that Ferox out. Yeah, okay. I've convinced myself. Deadly Visit on this thing's not amazing, but Surveil helps. I'll just keep these on top, I think. Maybe I should put 1 in the graveyard. Still at 22, which is nice. Alright, so opponent gonna hit me for 4 this turn. That seems fine. Drawing 2 lands on this turn. Alright, so I could go Nullhide Ferox into Carnal Troll, right? No, I cannot. But next turn I can go Lurcher into Carnal Troll. And Necrotic Wound is currently for 0. What you got, opponent? Experimental Frenzy. Wow, that card could go off here. Of course. Of course. I might lose to this. I would probably Crushing Canopy it right away if I draw that. Okay, so now I like Carnal Troll. Attack for 6. This hand has not worked out greatly. Let's see, if I Sentry this, I can play a Rezone Lurcher for as a 3/3. 1, 2. They can't cast cards in their hand. Alright. I have a plan. I assume that's just going to block, but that's fine. Need to get it out of the way at some point, right? Now, I just don't love this Carnal Troll here. Alright, playing a 4-mana 2/2. Get at me. At least it draws me a card. 4-mana 2/2 that draws you a card is alright. Prey Upon. Prey Upon now, or I could stick with the plan. Yeah. Save Prey Upon. Assume my opponent's just going to play like 7 creatures off the top of their deck or something. Gird for battle. Sure. That was off the top. Off the top. Land off the top. Spell off the top. Yeah, we're just getting crushed by Experimental Frenzy. So this is going to block here. block on the Guardian. Activate on a Fresh-Faced Recruit. And my turn. Okay. All of these are fine, so I think my turn's going to look like Prey Upon here. If they try to interact, then Necrotic Wound, but they can't have a combat trick in hand. It has to be the top card. And then play like Kernel Troll Dissident. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can do that. So 3. Let's go ahead and activate. Let's go ahead and Prey Upon. Come on now. There we go. Alright, now we go Prey Upon here and here. Okay, and then I will go ahead and play the Kernel Troll. Draws me a card. Nice. And Dissident draws me a card. Attack with my 2/2. I don't need too many more creatures on defense here, so getting in the damage while I can matters. If they want to trade off, that's fine. Keeps more creatures in the graveyard for Kernel Troll. Because I've got to try and beat the amount of cards they're going to get off this Experimental Frenzy. Plus, at some point, they can just pay 4 to blow this up and unlock their hand, which matters too. If they attack with something, I'll probably block with this Dissident. I'm fine losing this card. You might want a Necrotic Wound on upkeep, though. Nah. Ooh, Severed Strands is nice. I think I need to get on the offensive now, so let's go ahead and activate. We'll go ahead and Severed Strand sack in the Dissident. Kill this 3/5. Gains me a little bit of life too. Actually, a Lurcher is worse than this at the current moment. This at least has an activated ability that I'm probably not going to use, but could matter. And then we will go ahead and do some combats. Probably with everything. They're gonna blow up their whatchamacallit? No. Just gonna try and avoid taking a bunch of damage, it looks like. Righteous blow that. Sure. That was off the top of their library. It's a big hit. Now I can play Pitiless Gorgon, but I can't hold up Necrotic Wound, which is fine, but I'm still going to play the Gorgon. Draw my card. Beast Whisperer being an all-star this game. Play land. Alright, so I'm locked out of being able to cast spells right now. Since I can't pay for Ferox. Legionnaire off the top. Land off the top. Sworn Companions off the TP. Another spell. Got another one there. Alright, I have just enough mana next turn to play Vigor Spore Worm plus Necrotic Wound, although Worm only gives +1/+1. But Carnal Troll's going up to a 6/6 Trampler. Ooh, hello. Alright, let's go and play the Worm. Sure. Discard a creature. And then I'll attack with everything except Beast Whisperer. Actually, they have to block. Alright, yeah. This seems fine. Sure. This actually makes my Necrotic Legionnaire, if nothing else. And we'll pass. Alright, opponent has a bunch of cards available to him, but it would use half their mana to blow up this Experimental Frenzy. Welp. Got the Luminous Bonds for that, not too worried about it. So essentially their hand is out of the game right now, it's just their top card, because if they pay 4 to blow this up, they don't have anything they can cast. So their top card is all that matters, and I have a Necrotic Wound for this on end step, and a Luminous Bonds for this. Carnal Troll's going to be a 7/7 Trampler. I think they're dead. Yeah. Experimental Frenzy, huh? End Dawn of Hope. Makes me wonder if I want that Sprout and Renewal. I probably do. You saw how many cards they played off of it, like 7 or 8. It's kind of ridiculous. They got a lot of value off that. To the sideboard. Also, Sprout and Renewal is not a dead card. If we don't get to use the Naturalize, I can at minimum make it 2/2, right? It is a little awkward that it's a spell that doesn't count as a creature in my graveyard. Maybe I just don't need it with Crushing Canopy and Conclave Tribunal as ways to deal with those permanents. I don't know if it's even better than some of the other cards I already have, so cute to consider. No, I want the Canopy. Oh, excuse me. Well, excuse me. Alright. We lose to Boros, but they don't seem like they're hyper-aggressive. They're a little bit more of like a mid-rangey card advantage Boros with the 2 enchantments that they have. But Boros could even go 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, kill you if we have a bad hand. They've got an okay amount of removal too, right? Cosmotronic Wave is something to keep in mind. Righteous Blow we can play around to an extent. Let's see. Carnal Troll as our first creature of the game. I'm gonna keep this. Hoping to draw a 2 or 3 drop in between turns here. Uh-oh. The Hunted Witness. Ooh, Beast Whisperer is a nice one. But nothing to play on turn 2. Let's find out about a 2 drops. Legionnaire incoming, or they're using the Guild Mages for him. Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like a 2-drop gold creature. Alright, Carnal Troll is gonna be playing blocking duty, I think. If they attack, I'll block. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I had to stop on my upkeep, I guess? I thought you could discard a creature card put at the beginning of your upkeep. Yeah, oh man, I didn't put a stop on my upkeep? That's why it sacrificed? Oh man, that kind of sucks. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's actually really bad. I mean, I basically fogged, right? That's what that was. Stop them from attacking for a turn. Alright, well, nothing I can do about it now. My plan was to activate, discard my 4 or 5 drop here, just to keep it on board. I don't know that that would have even been that great. If I have an answer for Beast Whisperer right now, then I'm in trouble. Can't really block anyway. Sky Knight Legionnaire incoming. True Fire Captain, that's really good. As a 5/4 mentor. Opponent did have 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, 4 drop, just in wrong turn sequence. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and trade for that, so I need to play Corral Forgers this turn. Just accept that I'm gonna take 1,000,000 points of damage. A bunch of tap lands in hand. No, what? Why are you doing that? Alright, I'm not feeling good about this. My opponent's still having cards in hand, makes me feel a little uneasy about how this is going. They're gonna get this up to a 4/3 first striker. Call where the culprit. Oh my god. Stop it, opponents. 4, 9, 10, 11. Going down to 6. Need removal immediately. Can't even play this. I can't really attack this too well. Burglar Rats. How good is that? Not very. Get the last card out of their hand, and then what happens? I chump here. Maybe I draw into a basic, which can let me play the Lurchers as a 4/4. I think that might be my best bet. Maybe I draw Severed Strands or something. Maybe I draw a basic. Okay. That's something, I suppose. Last card was Hellkite Whelp. Draw another card. Jesus. We're gonna need something like Severed Strands or Deadly Visit to win this game. This is gonna be able to bump up another creature. Where do they put the counter, though? Fresh Recruit makes sense. So this is gonna block a 5. This trades, I take 4, right? So this goes here, I take 4. 5, I go to 1, and I'm left with just Beast Whisperer to a 1/1 and a 5/4. Sure. I have too much else as far as options go. I gotta hope my opponent has a brick in their hand. Alright, Prey Upon. Huh. Hold on. Prey Upon can take this out, right? Can this give itself? Come on, game. I have 4 in the graveyard, so if I play Vigor Spore Worm, give this +4/+4, that becomes a 7 toughness, becomes a 6/7. I can Prey Upon and fight that. Okay, this could work out. Ooh, Chamber Sentry. Oh man, my opponent has so many ways to just kill us off the top of their library, though. Intrusive Practice, Cosmotronic Wave. Has Vigilance. Disposes it the righteous blow, but we'll see if the opponent just has an answer here. Sky Knight Legionnaire kills us. That does not. Alright, relevant spell, relevant spell. Rezone Lurcher. That's relevant. Play that first. Severed Strands, off the top. Ferox. Ferox is something. Gonna play Gateway Plaza. Gonna play Sentry for 2. And I should attack with at least 1 creature. Even though they have a pretty good attack back, that's fine. Or pretty good block there. They just took it, nice. Alright, Chamber Sentry for 2. This needs to be green mana. I could play around Intrusive Pack Beast by leaving up 1 more creature. Mephitic Vapors, come on, survive till next turn. Come on, nothing. Ah! God, off the top. I wouldn't have been able to do anything about that. God. Oh, we were so close to making a comeback. Because this plus Mephitic Vapors deals with both their creatures. Alright, well, we are outie on that one. We did not make back our entry. Seems to happen a lot, the 2 and 2. But it's competitive. Other people are going to have good decks, so. Nail biter. Super nail biter. Feels bad. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and open these packs, though. Oh, Thrash and Bronodon. Claim my 3 packs and my half prize entry. God, that was so close. Alright, let's open some packs. Call it a day. Thank you for watching. Guilds of Ravnica. Doesn't really matter what we even get here, right? I'd rather just open wild cards than anything else. Oh, Hatchery Spider. That's gonna go in my Spider's standard tribal deck. It's all Hitch Claw Recluses. I'll take Conclave Tribunals. Need those for standard. I'll always be happy opening Mythic wild cards. I'd rather just open wild cards than literally any other possible card. Oh. And finally, whoa, Mausoleum Secrets. Alright, so with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope the video wasn't so choppy that it was unwatchable or anything, and I know it was a little bit on the slower side, and this video is a little bit on the longer side, but it's enjoyable to switch it up every now and then, so this will be going up around the same time that I do my Moto draft for the week, and yeah, I hope this was fun to watch. Let me know if you have any feedback about Arena, and whatnot, because I know it's probably not smoothest video in the world, but as always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe as well. We'll put out videos pretty much every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Whenever I get a chance over the weekend to put out a video is when I try to do it. My name's Timothy here with Mana Rocks. Thanks for watching once again. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.